market going up and up, and eventually every market becomes overbought, very, very expensive, and that is the time we have to learn how to get out. So I've been doing trading with my traders since morning here, and today we were using parabolic SAR, a trend following system, and the stock that we had identified was Reliance Industries, and most of the profits that I have booked today are in Reliance Industries. And see, this is Reliance now. It has fallen down from the top, and this was the SMS that I sent to my traders in the morning, and there were hundreds of traders who were trading with me, and shorted 1100 put at 63 and Reliance at 1325, stop loss 1335. So that is the trade. And wait guys, before I go forward, I think let me finish my trade. This one I would like to book a profit now. So let me book my profits about 310 in the market. I'll not leave it till tomorrow. And I also have the Nifty trade that is going on, and this one I'll be carrying till tomorrow. The downtrend establishing, this is a trade that I'll carry till tomorrow. So today in this account I have booked a profit of 57,941 rupees, and most of the profits, as you can see, are in Reliance Industries. We'll be talking about Reliance. I'll open up. Let me just finish my trades. And here, this is another trade of mine that is going on, which is Nifty, And here I'll book full profits. Other one I'm carrying. So here I will book my full profits. You can see I was mainly trading the indexes today. I was also trading, and I perceive market as very expensive. So in this, I have booked a profit of about 24,000 rupees. I also have options account that I trade, and where I already have some strategies going on. And here I have booked a profit of 57,370 rupees. And after that, one more trade I've executed there. So the profit there now is 61,864. But let me add what is here being seen, 57,370. So 57,370 in my options account, plus in this account I have booked 24,766, 24,766, plus in my this account of mine 57,940 plus 57,940. So overall 1,40,000 is the profit that I have booked, in the trading today. And in which direction have I booked it? I have booked it in the downward direction. Now this is something we need to understand. And one more thing that I have done in the morning is I've sold most of my portfolio stocks. Market is looking very expensive now. Extremely expensive market is what we are seeing. And this is the only trade that I'm carrying till tomorrow here. Nifty trade, and Nifty has been falling down now. Let's go to the Reliance trade where I've made most of my money today. So let's open up Reliance. So if I look at the chart of Reliance, so as you can see, I was doing more of a parabolic SAR trading. I was using a lot of pivots, and technicals is what I was using for my trading. So going down to the daily chart of the market, Let me remove everything and make the chart clean. So we see here, this is Reliance, and in the last 2 months, our rally of the index has mostly been sustained by, HDFC Bank, Reliance, TCS. There are 4 or 5 stocks which are sustaining this rally. And you'll be surprised to find in US also, it is only 4 or 5 stocks that are sustaining the rally. And now the question comes, at 1298, is it worth it, or can it go further up? Can it go further down? So the first way you can look at the stock is to find out, as per its balance sheet, what is the correct price of this stock. So I did an analysis of the balance sheet, and the balance sheet is giving about, 1,000 rupees as the correct valuation of Reliance. So let me mark 1,000 rupees here with the current profits of Reliance, with all the hype of Geo, everything. If I take into account and look at the current picture of Reliance, so I see I'm willing to pay 1,000 rupees for Reliance, not more than that. So that is what the fundamental analysis is telling, is that till 1,000 rupees Reliance is okay, but above that it starts becoming expensive. So now I add into this a moving average. Let's say a 220 period moving average, roughly the number of trading days in a year. And I add this and I see what is the yearly trend line of Reliance showing. And we see one thing worth noting is that the yearly trend line of Reliance Industries is also around this level only. So there is an agreement between what the balance sheet is telling me and what Reliance is actually trading at. So when you are looking at at a stock, nothing remains up forever, nothing remains down forever. So what you will have to see is, at this point, is it a good time to buy it, or is it a good time to sell it? Like today in the morning, this was another SMS that my traders got from me, and I did the same to my stocks as well. Now I'll be selling my portfolio and sitting on cash, PE of 28.6. Market looks very overrated to me. You take your own decision. But I tell them that I have exited, I have got out, because this market looks very, very expensive. Now, in the expensive market, are there any opportunities? Are there any opportunities in this overheated market that you can look at? And the answer is yes. There's so many stocks which are way above their moving averages yearly. They are way above their yearly trends, and they will eventually correct back towards that trend. Then there are indexes which have gone up. For example, if I'm looking at the index, this is our index Nifty, and if you look at Nifty here, we see Nifty has it's also overheated. It has gone way above its yearly trend, and it is very normal and natural for mutual funds, insurance companies, FIIs, DIIs. Now they'll book profits. Profit booking is part and parcel of trading, and you have to understand that profit booking is as important for the big players as is entering into the trade. So you will find so many stocks which have overshot their valuations, that they are now ready to cool down. And you might feel, oh, the market is very expensive right now. But where is it expensive? Where is it cheap? There are stocks that are actually very, very cheap right now. For example, if I look at Jet Airways, look at Jet Airways. And see, Jet Airways, they got a 300 million of loan today. And somehow in this, I would not be looking for an opportunity to sell. I'll go to the balance sheet, I'll look at the business model, I will see what Mr. Goyal is doing, and maybe I'll see if this might be a good time to buy a jet, or shall I buy Indigo, or buy any other airline. So you look at stocks, for example, if I look at a stock like Yes Bank, banking stock, and it is also now coming down, and I will like to find levels where it is a good stock to buy. So this is the possibility. What I want to tell you is this is the possibility in this market, you know, and market holding around 50-51 rupees level, 15-20 now. At this time, I have to take a decision whether I carry my trade till tomorrow, or shall I finish it today and take a fresh trade tomorrow morning. And I remember that almost every day for the last many weeks, market is gapping up. And then it corrects a little down or continues to move up. So I say, why not take my money, and I will maybe see later on, and make sure your stop losses are removed. So no left, none. So I go back here and I say, let me book a profit here. Tomorrow I'll again look at a trade. So here I have booked my profit now of 60,151 rupees. In the other account, I have these puts going on, 11,800 put, and I also have, no, they are all booked now. So there's nothing that is there. There is booked. Let me check here and see if I have any pending orders, and I had one, so I have to remove that. Okay. So in this account, I have booked a profit of 24,000 rupees. And as I said, there is a third one where I cannot show this account because I have some option strategies that are going on in this, and I would like to keep them to myself here. But here I have booked a profit of 57,370. And as you can see, most of the profit that I booked into this one was in Reliance Future and 1320 put option of Reliance. Put option gives you money when the price goes down. Call option gives you money when the price goes up. So this was my trading today, and today I was mostly using PSAR. As you can see, these red dots, parabolic stock and reverse trend following system. I was also using pivots. There are many systems like this. There are a lot of systems like this. Any trading that you will do, you will either be doing trend trading, or you will be doing a band trading, or you will be doing value investing. Basically, these are only three types of tradings that you can do into this market here. So when you are becoming a complete trader, how do you do that? Number one, you work with a set of rules. People say, this looks great money. This is great money. 1,40,000 rupees in a day is always a good money. And how much capital have I used? I have utilized about 10 lakh rupees of capital. So on a 10 lakh rupees of capital in just a day, if you can make a 14%, of course, you will be very motivated. But think, if your trade would have gone opposite, so then what will have happened? So you have to learn how to trade within your capacities. You have to learn how to identify your trade. Identification of the trade is the most important thing. How do you know whether it is Reliance today, or Tata Motors today, or TCS today? Which one is worth buying and which one is worth selling here? So trading is for everybody, but these are the possibilities that are there. So closing here, if you want to learn more, there is Pathfinders trainings. You can go to Pathfinders trainings, and there I coach people, how to become traders and investors, and thousands of people have passed through it. And I teach by live trading. That's how I teach. These are the trades that I initiated in the trading room with my traders. And it's not only me who has made money. It is a lot of my traders also who have made this money. So one more session of live trading. This was live trading in Pathfinders, and as and when I get more time, I will add more sessions. Bye bye, all the best, and wishing you financial freedom.